There's only one place to go. Toyota of Berkeley. Visit nobodybeatsberkeley.com. Cal Bears football on KGO 810.
Okay, welcome back. 24-23 today. Stanford escapes with a big game victory as the Bears have an extra point block that could have sent the game into overtime. There are other things going on. Looking ahead, because this is a Friday game, there was a very, very limited schedule today. But, Todd, what do you got for us?
Well, we got plenty of games tomorrow on the docket. We mentioned the Pac-12 games on the docket. Other big games today involving top 25 teams. The big showdown in Chapel Hill was North Carolina against Notre Dame, and the second-ranked Fighting Irish defeated Mac Brown and the Tar Heels 31-17. So Notre Dame remains undefeated, probably will be until they get to the ACC championship game against Clemson.
The Fighting Mac Browns couldn't pull it out.
They could not. And then two other games in the Big 12. You got Iowa State, which has got kind of the inside track there. They're 6-2, now 7-2 after a 23-20 victory over Texas, and Iowa squeaked by Nebraska 23-20, involving top 25 teams. Tomorrow, top-ranked Alabama will host Auburn in the Iron Bowl. Is Nick Saban going to be able to coach in that game? Because he tested positive for COVID this week. We say no. We've got consensus here. He's not going to be able to coach.
We've told him not to coach.
Okay. Then you got Clemson, ranked third in the country, will host Pitt. Seventh-ranked Cincinnati. They're kind of the sleeper there because they got a chance to maybe creep up a little bit if they can stay undefeated. They've got Temple tomorrow, and fifth-ranked Texas A&M will host LSU. So some big games on the docket tomorrow. And basketball, Cal basketball team, the men 1-1 after a victory yesterday over Northwest University. The Bears will host Nicholls State on Monday. We'll be on the air with the tip-off show beginning at 5 o'clock. So we have a drive-time basketball game for you on Monday. And then the conference opener for the Bears next Thursday as they host Arizona State. So this is the time of the year where it gets really crazy, guys. You get that crossover football and basketball. There's a lot of things to keep track of. And to remind everybody, we've got the podcast, Bear in Mind, every week, usually on Thursday mornings, the official podcast of Cal Athletics. I'll be joined by Coach Wilcox as we discuss that week's opponent. Next week it'll be Oregon and a lot more. So go to calbears.com each Thursday morning for Bear in Mind, or download it from your podcast app. Joe, back to you.
All right, guys, just an interesting point. This is such a weird season, and our pal Tom Homo has got an undefeated team at Brigham Young. How do you see that playing out? Do you think they can get into the top group, though?
They might be lucky to get in the top 12, which is a New Year's Day bowl because of Cincinnati.
That's exactly it, because they don't have that marquee win anywhere on their schedule. So Tom Homo, I think he gets AD of the year for what he's been able to cobble together as an independent in this year, putting together those games. So as an administrator, I think he has done a fantastic job. However, he wasn't able to put that team on the schedule that then kicks him up into that upper echelon of teams. So undefeated is one thing. Undefeated against quality competition is an entirely different deal.
Good point. Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more on the Bears show in a moment. This is Cal Football, driven by our Northern California Toyota dealers from Learfield IMG College.
KGO San Francisco, a Cumulus station. Text the keyword MORE, M-O-R-E, to 95819 for a chance to win $100 and the grand prize in the $25K weekday payday.
Toyota's Mission Incredible Sales Event ends Monday. Last chance to get $2,000 total cash back on 2021 Corolla Hybrid, or get $2,000 cash back on 2020 Camry. Toyota, let's go places. Cashback and bonus cash are available through TMNA and must be applied to transaction. Offers end 11/30/20.
Find out what happens when road rage takes a deadly turn. Rent Unhinged, now available at Redbox, starring Russell Crowe. He's a man whose actions escalate to deadly proportions as he becomes single-mindedly determined to teach a single mother a lesson after she impatiently honks at him at a red light. Watch Unhinged, along with other new movies, and make it a Redbox night. Head to one of the 40,000 Redbox locations, stream on your smart TV, or visit redbox.com for all the ways to watch.
Toyota's Mission Incredible Sales Event ends Monday. Last chance for $500 bonus cash on top of any other offer on 2021 Corolla Hybrid, Prius Prime, and 2020 Highlander Hybrid. Toyota, let's go places. Bonus cash is available through TMNA and must be applied to transaction. Offers end 11/30/20.
Listen to the Golden Bears roar right here all season long. Touchdown Bears! From Learfield IMG College.
Find out what happens when road rage takes a deadly turn. Rent Unhinged, now available at Redbox, starring Russell Crowe. He's a man whose actions escalate to deadly proportions as he becomes single-mindedly determined to teach a single mother a lesson after she impatiently honks at him at a red light. Watch Unhinged, along with other new movies, and make it a Redbox night. Head to one of the 40,000 Redbox locations, stream on your smart TV, or visit redbox.com for all the ways to watch.
What does Julie, who runs a thriving local business, have in common with the starting quarterback? They both know how to hustle. As a small business owner, you rise before the sun and push till well after it sets. Outpace and defy expectations. Every quarterback needs a great team. UPS is here to support the hustle with tools and expert advice to help you be unstoppable. Visit ups.com/pivot for details. UPS, the official logistics partner of Cal Athletics.
Cal Bears football on KTO 810.
Okay, let's take a look at next week, guys. The Oregon Ducks, it's interesting. All the preseason, almost every one of them said the north of the Pac-12 will be Oregon and Cal. And obviously, it's not quite going that way at the moment. But how good are the Ducks this year?
So on but off topic. At the end of this season, somebody's going to do a study. And they're going to look back over all the teams that had success in this season, in the adversity. And there's going to be a common theme somewhere. Because there are some teams that aren't supposed to be good that are really good right now, and some teams that were supposed to be really good that aren't. And it's going to all about how teams dealt with adversity, how teams did what they did. Carl Durrell's doing a fantastic job at Colorado. And so, there's going to be a common theme in there somewhere. That said, Oregon is good. They're not great. Their offensive line started the season one start amongst all five of them. They're getting better game by game, but their defense has not lived up to expectations, period. Their defense was supposed to be shut down, and they have not been. Chase Griffin last week for UCLA carved them up throwing the football. And so they weren't getting to him. He was able to complete passes. He did have an interception right before half. They got returned for a touchdown, but that was on a throwaway Hail Mary. And so that didn't really count. And so they haven't quite lived up to the hype yet. Now, they're a good football team. They have talent across the board. C.J. Vardell is fantastic. I think that Dye is also fantastic at that running back spot. Oregon has some wide receivers. I think Tyler Shuck is getting better as a quarterback every single game. The new offense they used to run down at Mississippi State, it's pretty tough to stop. So I think they're getting better every single day, but that defense has not lived up to the hype. And Oregon as a whole is not quite that marquee team. They're not at that level that they were projected to be at.
Yeah, I would agree. I think the big problem they've had defensively is against teams that can throw the football. They had to replace virtually their entire secondary. Yeah. They did get a transfer in from Boise State, and they had some talented incoming freshmen, but the experience factor is not there. And then they lost Troy Dye as the big rush outside linebacker. He was really the guy that they rallied around. He's a dude. He's a dude. He's on the NFL. So they're a work in progress. But the one area that really has not been affected by COVID has been the Corvallis and in Eugene. They haven't had a lot of cases. Right. And so Oregon was able to get some time in the summer. The Beavers virtually had no positive tests at all. They were able to have a relatively clean summer and get their training camp. So those two areas, you look at the rest of the league, other than Arizona, which hasn't been affected, and remarkably Seattle, which was at the epicenter of this whole thing to begin with. The Huskies haven't had a problem at all. And so the teams that have somehow been able to manage this COVID situation,
or just been lucky
because I think a lot of it is like, those are the teams that are still feeling really good about themselves. And so the Bears are going to face one of those programs next week. But I look at it this way. This is an opportunity to make a big splash next week. Because if you win that game, you beat what is arguably the best team in the league, and it might cost them a chance to go to the league championship. So you got to look at it that way, despite how difficult this loss is to swallow.
Well, and Stanford ran for 200-plus yards against them. Stanford didn't do that here today. And so, that tells you something. The Bears were effective running the football today, almost 250 yards rushing on the ground. The running game should come into play, and then play that off, be able to throw the ball. Cal has a serious chance at it, but they have to shore up the mistakes, right? It's the mistakes that have killed them so far. 2 big plays against Oregon State, 2 huge penalties on special teams, 2 kick blocks today, a huge fumble,
Get it right,
and a
son.
fumble on special
Okay.
teams. Those are the things
Right.
that are the difference between a fantastic season and a bad season. And it's literally those 10 plays right there that I just named
Right there.
that are the difference for this year for the Bears.
Yeah, from 0-3 to 3-0.
Yep.
Almost certainly because of those plays. Todd, one more plug for basketball. When's the next game?
Monday, Nichols State will be in town. In fact, Nichols State is actually going to be in town for like 6 days. No, seriously, they play Santa Clara in the Bronco Classic over there. They had a game Wednesday, today, tomorrow. They play the Bears on Monday, and they stick around and play St. Mary's on Tuesday. So, California trip for Nichols State. And they're a pretty good team. They can score the basketball. And our team now 1-1, trying to get over the 500 mark. And then the conference opener for Mark Fox and company next Thursday, as they will host a very, very, very talented Arizona State team.
Okay, guys, thanks for being with us again today. It's a tough afternoon if you're a Cal fan, that's for sure, as they lose 24-23 to Stanford. Thanks to Mike and Todd, that's for sure. Our network coordinator, Jason Avaletta, our statistician, Dan Starkey, our spotter, Lee Clark, our producer-engineer, Mike Verpichka, and our assistant producer, Sam Weissman. We thank them all for your help. We hope you have a great weekend. Remember to wear those masks and help people out wherever you can. You got a chance to buy a meal somewhere, to help some restaurant out, help anybody out. Do some charity things right now, folks. We all need to step up as much as we can as we get through this thing. This is Cal Football, driven by your Northern California Toyota dealers from Learfield IMG College.
Cal Football has been brought to you by BART. BART is working hard to make the system safe for your return. Visit BART.gov/welcome back for details. Redbox is the official at-home movie partner of the Pac-12. Visit Redbox.com for new movies and thousands more. And by UPS, the official logistics company of Cal Athletics. The preceding has been a Learfield IMG College presentation of the Golden Bears Sports Network, driven by your Northern California Toyota dealers.
John Rothman on KGO 810 and streaming online at KGORadio.com. Join the conversation at 8080-810. Now, John Rothman on KGO 810.
We're 1,000 miles from comfort. We're traveling.
Then it's going to...
This okay, final thoughts. Okay, we'll give me some final thoughts on this one. Okay, guys. Thank you. Okay, any final thoughts? We play with. Okay, any final thoughts on this one? There'll be no fans. Any final? Any final thoughts on this one? Lewis? Any final? And then, alright, we'll talk to you. Those 3 and final score 4-10. Thanks for good stuff. Thanks for calling up with this. Yeah, one way up the rise. Ball is welcome. We'll come back. Alright, Cal Football will be next week. Alright, okay. So we're gonna have have a great Thanksgiving. So Monday, 5:30. So we'll see. Okay, we'll have a dime. Okay, alright, we'll have a call on Monday, so we'll be listening to you. Hope you enjoy your long holiday weekend. There'll be no fans. Have a great long weekend before the score up 24-23. Thanks for great stuff. Great call and producer engineer Mario Perez. Thank you for joining us. You will listen. You've been this. Okay. That was hitting yesterday. Here we go. Okay, real quick. Welcome to the Bears Sports Time Mauricio. We have 41-25 Texas over the Airlines. Washington Huskies over the Cowboys 41-16. We have all kinds of. We have TMK. We got Georgia Bills, Browns Jaguars, Giants Bagels, Cardinals Patriots, Dolphins Jets, Raiders Falcons, 1050K Ramirez Steamers, COVID-19 pandemic, Saints Broncos 105K and Junior Niners Rams 105K Chiefs Buccaneers 105K Sunday Football Bears Packers, and then Monday Night Football Seahawks, Eagles, part 50K on the Tuesday. Part 1, Part 2. From Part 1 to Part 2, Rams, Steelers. And then, that's about it for Week 12. This has been Barry Sports 9 Mauricio. Enjoy the rest of Howard the Wicked. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy the Howard the Wicked Black Friday. Stay safe. Wear a mask. So we'll see you Monday. Until then, if you love Detroit until Monday, if you love the Bay Area sports for 2020, 2021, we will always see you Monday. Happy holidays. Have a good weekend. Bye.